I see you're back to hating my dog again. Alright. I'm gonna pull up the newswire here. Hey, ST3, how's it going? Hey, Sonia. I'm so early. Just getting everything set up here. Alright, so the new monthly bonuses have started. We have like a naturalist month, so it's gonna probably be a pretty quiet month for us veterans. Not like a ton of bonuses and things. Even the naturalist, like if you don't have naturalists, it'll be good because you get like extra XP and stuff, and things will be on discount. Ooh, hey. Speak of naturalist month, although I don't think there's anything with legendaries, which is hilarious. I don't even think you get bonuses on full sets. It's just individual samples, which is crazy. Which I think is what they normally do, but like they should totally put bonuses on samples and things. I don't know if this is a daily. I haven't had a chance to look yet, but I'm going to go ahead and throw some pheromones down just in case. Oops. I'm going to try to throw some pheromones down. There we go. Where'd you go? It is one of two. Okay, nice. Hey, Jess, how's it going? If I'm not mistaken, this is the coyote. Alright, where are you, little coyote? Do I have to get a picture? If I do, I can try to sneak up on it. Nope. I think that might be the easiest that I have ever sedated that thing before. Nice. What weapons do I recommend for hunting? It depends on what you're hunting. So every animal has like an ideal weapon. I'm sure you probably already know that. Like what you need to use so that you don't lower the star level down. Between a bolt and a Springfield, I prefer a Springfield because it's a one shot, so you can paint, and there's no way that you can paint twice and ruin if you're like a 3-star, it can't drop it down to 2 because you shot it too many times. Like maybe you don't get the headshot and it will. So like I prefer a Springfield over a bolt. Obviously varmint rifle for all your small critters, so that's gonna be like your bunnies, your raccoons, your badgers. Repeaters can be used for, I typically use a rifle for everything, but repeaters can be used, I believe, for fox and maybe coyote as well. I'm good just heading on to Red Dead now. Have you had, I know you said that it wasn't the snow, you were still getting disconnected. Is that, are you still getting disconnected, or like now that it's like a day or two later, it's maybe like settled down a little bit, potentially? Hey, Diana, what you cooking? I just had a little tiny bit of food, and then I'll stream for a little bit, and then I'll have some more food after that. All right, let me take a look at some dailies here. We got 3 cups of coffee drunk, 5,280 distance traveled on a mount, place top 3 with a score in freedom events, 3-player kills with melee and showdowns. We're going to skip both of those. Provisions cooked at a campfire. I can combine that with the naturalist one. Squirrels collected and whole animal carcasses sold. Hey, Rose. I have found putting myself in a solo lobby using a firewall works. It's crazy that you have to do that, and I wonder if I wonder if the servers are just like, the servers are very unstable depending on how many people are in a lobby, on console at least. Like the more people, the worse this server is. And then also some servers are just like not good anyway. I think I have to get squirrels. I think. So I'm just gonna get this one real quick. So I wonder if it's like similar on PC, just like some servers are terrible and maybe they're getting worse because of like modders and all the people on PC that can do stuff that we can't do on console. Let's see. Let me go ahead and set up camp. I didn't look at the rest of the dailies, but I'm pretty sure cook provisions or do ammo at wilderness camp is a thing. So we're gonna combine and do both of them. Good point. As far as the newswire goes, it is a naturalist month. Let's see. Selling samples to Harriet will receive 2 times Red Dead money and XP. If you are a veteran player, you've got this already ranked up. This is not going to be a good moneymaker for you because I'm going to go look at it, but you don't get paid anything for samples, so 2 times money is nothing, and the XP is not going to be it either. And let's see, if you take down big game in wild animal kills challenge, you'll get 2 times money and XP. Same thing. Not a great random or like freedom event. So like, do it if you like it. You'll get a little bonus, but not great. If you're ranking up naturalists, definitely do them because the XP will be good. If you do wildlife photography, same thing, 2 times money and XP. I do like how they kind of like, meanwhile, explorers who'd rather carry a camera than a shotgun can enjoy. I kind of like that. There's not enough content in online for you to be so specific about what you do, I think. But like, I think the initial idea with naturalists was that some people would be hunters, traders, that sort of thing. And some people would be more like preserving wildlife, but they just didn't expand on it enough. Honestly, if they expanded on it a ton, I would love to go the route of like a naturalist. The only reason I do trader is for dailies and to have wagons for people who need them. Otherwise, I would totally go the photography, like, study route, I think. Hey, Corbin, how's it going? Snow is gone. Yeah, it's nice that the snow is gone, but I will miss it. I wish it, instead of doing, like, all month long in December, maybe, I wish it would just be, like, periodically, like, a week here or there. Throughout like the winter months. I guess that would be kind of tough because like obviously Red Dead's all over the world, so like it's winter here right now, but it's summer in Australia, and you know when it's winter in Australia it's summer here, and so maybe that would be weird, but I guess I don't really have to fast travel back to camp because it's right here, but I will. I'm making, I don't even want to try to say it, I will butcher it. Caldo de pollo. It's veggies and chicken in broth and some rice on the side. So that's my favorite thing, Diana. I just don't have the chicken. I just do something like tofu or tempeh. But I love veggies and rice with a I don't want to say a protein because I hate it when people break it down like that. Like, oh, I gotta get my protein. Like, dude, there's protein in everything. So I kind of hate to be like, my protein is, like, I'm getting protein from every food that I eat, but like a typical, what someone would think would be like a substitute protein choice would be like tofu, tempeh, beans, something like that. Oh, Corbin, 100%. If we could just have snow in the northern part of the map and like all year round, I would be totally down for it. So like in Coulter, if it just periodically snowed in Coulter instead of rain, I just don't think they can do that online. But that would be my ideal, actually. Now that the snow's gone, it feels like I got a new prescription. The herbs are so visible. Speaking of prescriptions, ma'am, my freaking eye doctor has not called me. I'm still so mad at them. They owe me a pair of contacts that I paid basically $100 for. Dude, this place down here, I think I ranted about this before. It's $100. I don't want to do that. That's, oh, unless that's a daily. But I don't want to use my succulent meat. For a contact lens fitting. Dude, I've had the same contacts for like over 20 years. Not obviously the same pair, but like the same brand, the same size. Like my eye has not spontaneously changed shape. My prescription did not change, but they charge $100 contact lens. If you're gonna purchase contacts, they charge you a contact lens fitting fee. She literally took less than 20 seconds to check both my eyes to make sure my contact was fitting well. Normally what they would do is they would give me a pair that they had there, and she'd check the new ones. They didn't have a pair for me. So she's like, we're just going to check your old ones, and we'll order you a pair. $100. It's like, you better give me at least my pair of contacts that are nowhere near $100 for that $100. Ugh. And then I wanted to get glasses. I wanted to get price out for glasses because I really need to update. My glasses are an old prescription. That's what made me think of it, old prescription. And she's like, oh, well, yeah, we can definitely price them out for you and everything, but your insurance doesn't kick in for another, like, it was like 6 or 8 days or something. And I was going out of town for Christmas. And I was like, so I had to go back in there. And it's like crazy because I was like, when I called and tried to get an earlier appointment, and she's like, oh, well, we can't do an earlier appointment because your insurance hasn't kicked over yet for the new year, but it will be by the time you come in. But then they're like, your insurance doesn't kick over until like the 23rd. And I'm like, what? That's like, what? I don't understand what's happening here, but I'm real pissed off. Like, I'm really irritated about it. It's not close to my house. It takes like 20, 25 minutes to get there with traffic. And I was like, now I got to come back here, get fitted, order them. Then I'll have to come back to pick them up. Ugh. I'm getting a new eye doctor next year, or this coming year for my new appointment, like at the end of the year. New place. Hey, Ducky, how's it going? It's been pretty chilling. We got some costs going on here. Just need some hot stuff to eat. Yeah, soups are the best. This time of year is so great for soups. I need to make some broccoli cheddar soup. Yeah, it is expensive for glasses. I don't know that I'm even going to do it because it's like, what does your insurance pay for? Almost nothing. They pay for almost nothing. And I still end up paying a couple $100s for glasses. And I'm like, it's so ridiculous. Hey, Rita, how's it going? I can't stand the natural swirl or moonshine. If I could delete them, I would. My favorite are trader and collector. I love collector. I love moonshine. And I like aspects of naturalist. Like, it's has the potential for me to be so much more, but it's just not. And so it's kind of like a letdown. I keep trying to think about like where, as I'm talking, where I want to go, and I want to go to Harriet, so that's where I'm going to go right now. Rita, how was your holidays? I hope you had a good holiday season. Hey, Ian, how are you? I had a good Christmas. I had a good New Year. I got to spend Christmas and a bunch of time around there with my family. I got to do so with my mom, my dad, my siblings. I got to see the pups, which was really nice. I'd been really missing them. And then I got to come home and spend New Year's with my besties. So it was good. I hear something. I thought it was going to be this jewelry here, but it's not. Is it a card? Maybe the carder? Or no, this. Nope. I don't know where it is. Oh, it's going to be the card. It's going to be the flower. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it was really nice. I got the best of both worlds there. The drive wasn't my favorite. I'm supposed to be potentially going back up north in May. Former coworker and friend is getting married. I'm kind of worried about the cost of flights, so I was like, oh, I'll definitely fly this time. But the more I think about it, I'm like, oh, it's a holiday weekend. It might be kind of rough, honestly. She might spray me.
I don't know. When you hurt my friends, I always. I have no interest in.
But yeah, I'm like,
in any of this.
Glasses drive me crazy.
All right, let's see what you have for me.
Look, I don't even know what the regular price is to know it's double, but I feel like $1.50 can't be double, right? For an iguana? Is it really only 75 cents? Oh, I feel like these were already like 42, 35. Is it less than that? Is it half of that? It can't be, right? Somebody tell me that I'm crazy. Let me look again.
Very much
sedate wildlife in pad your pockets by selling samples to conservationists. Conservationists. I think I said conservationalists. Conservationists. Harried and receive 2 times Red Dead money and XP for your efforts. Does this look like double? $4.10? You only get $2 for a wild boar sample?
Is not so different
what
from you
what was my XP?
Me. Practically the same.
Did it not show my XP? I don't think it showed XP. Do we get XP for selling samples? Wait a minute. I thought you didn't get XP for selling single samples.
What do you propose?
Rockstar's like, you're going to get double money and XP for your samples, but I don't know that you do get XP. Do you get XP?
One of our smaller friends, but no less important.
Okay, we got to look at our XP and see if it changes. I don't think you do. Okay, we're at 35,114. All right,
Let me
see.
see what you've collected. Around animals this magnificent, I am...
Okay, you do. It's just not showing up. Okay, so went from 114 to 164. That. Oh man! Don't expect to rank up this month or get a ton of money. You're better off fishing, honestly, if you want money. And I don't think you get any extras on the.
What
you don't
do
get
you
any
propose?
extras on the. You should get for the full packet thing. You should get extra, but I don't think you do. All right, let me buy some blending tonics and.
You won't make any new animal friends with that. They won't even know you're there. A must.
I would keep my old
But be
glasses
careful.
as well, Diana,
These
but
can
like
be
my
lethal to the
best of my
smaller
old
critters.
glasses just got massive, like not just like a scratch, but like the whole lens is somehow got scratched
I
up.
think that would be perfect for you.
So unfortunately, I do need
Well, if that's everything for now.
2 times 0 is still 0. Right? You do get a little bit. What was that? 50 XP. What did I say? 114 and it was 164. That's sad.
Pushing on the boundaries of consciousness.
Okay, we don't need to do
Very
that.
good.
It was okay. We were all sick on Christmas. Aw, so you did Christmas on New Year. That's terrible.
Good luck.
Well, hopefully everybody's feeling better now, though. Literally, though, I'm like, what is my insurance kicking in? So yeah, I'm like, what does my insurance pay for exactly? What did it pay for the exam? I guess, and it'll pay for like 100 or 2 toward glasses. But the problem is the frames are ridiculous if you go to a place like this. So the frames are like, sometimes what I might have to do is just go somewhere cheaper for frames, because the frames are going to be like $150, and they're going to be like, oh, your insurance is going to pay for like 3/4 of that. Then you still have to pay for the lenses. Like, people don't understand. Look, as a female who has bad eyes, I can tell you how much money, extra money I spend out that like guys with good eyes just don't even understand. Okay, so like if you're a guy, you're not spending a shit ton of money on bras. Okay, I'm just putting it out there. All right, if you have good eyes, you're not spending a shit ton of money on your eyes. And I'm like, I got all of this. I was like, what is this again? I feel like my insurance should cover glasses. I haven't bought glasses in like 5 years. Like, I feel like every 2 years you should just get a pair of glasses. They should just cover it. What do I pay insurance for? I'm like, come on. I should be able to have shirts to cover clothing, underclothing. The guys don't have to pay for that. Guys just have to buy like a 12-pack of boxers for like $8.99. I mean, obviously I'm kidding. I know it's more expensive than that. But like, come on. You just don't know. Don't know what it's like. Plus, women's clothes are more expensive anyway. Guys will just go out in a shorts and a t-shirt, and yeah, I guess you could do that as a girl, and then you know, like, guys will be like, why aren't you dressed up nicer? I'm like, I don't know, 'cause shit's expensive. Hey Jack, how's it going?
My contact sent a message. Apparently, he has goods.
They
to
should
trade.
cover
We can get him some bicep belts.
our monthly
God
fees.
knows
I love
there's
it.
enough
I love
bison
that.
to go
Do
around.
you phrase it
So
like that?
I said you'd be
If
in
you
touch
know, you
shortly.
know.
My Lord, was there
We do
ever
as a
man
female.
more cut out for this than me?
All the guys are like currently, they're like, let me just slide out of chat here. Let's slide out of this stream. I think it's just things people don't think of. Like all the extra stuff women have to purchase. I had a guy once, somebody like, we don't have to purchase it. I know you can't see my face right now, but every woman out there knows what face I'm making. All right, we gotta go for a bison. You pay for insurance for the person just saying we got insurance. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like, insurance is definitely useful, but it wouldn't be as necessary if we got our stupid healthcare system under control. Like, hey, we should say, yo, look, doctors, you can't charge whatever you want just because you know you're going to be able to bill the insurance company. I was like, first of all, that screws everybody. Just set your rates. You know, there shouldn't be this like, oh, it's going to be $52,000 for your 2-hour stay in the hospital. I'm just saying. Oh, there's my wagon. So we can get a bison.
Yeah.
It's like a library card, really. I'm living right near a library. I mean, so like when I was having those headaches and things, like, at the same time, I still find this very ridiculous because I don't usually ever use my insurance. I'm just a pretty healthy person. I don't go to the doctor. I don't have any medications that I take. So generally speaking, I'm paying into insurance that I have it there in case of emergency. I hear them. Where are they? Dude, I totally just heard the bison. Where are they? There we go. I have it in case something catastrophic happens. Something happens, I have to go to the hospital, I have to stay in the hospital, you know, some major illness, something that I'm not expecting happens. That's why I have insurance. because basically I pay in every month and I don't ever use it. But I did have a month long where I was having daily headaches, and then I started to have some aura changes and some vision issues, and I finally caved and went and saw the doctor. I'm like, I'm sure it's nothing. She wanted to do a CT just to make sure that I didn't have a tumor, which, you know, terrifying. And I was totally fine. Now, I only had to pay, I had to pay my deductible, so I had to pay $250 for the CT. At the same time, I'm like, I had to pay $250 for a CT when I don't ever use my insurance. I should have just been able to get that CT, because I pay in way more than $250, or I've paid in way more than $250. Like, I should just be able to have that CT. And I know that you can do things like health savings accounts where you're putting in the money and you're taking that money out and blah, 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 blah. Like, I understand all that. And maybe that would be smart for me to do. But I just hate dealing with insurance. Insurance is just really hard to understand and deal with and change. So I just have semi-traditional insurance through my, it's pretty decent insurance through my employer. And again, it's there in case something catastrophic happens. Because I know if something catastrophic happens, I have decent coverage that I won't be paying. Like, I won't have to take out a loan to pay for my medical bills. So. Hey Smut, how's it going? Planning to buy a PS5 Slim. What games would you recommend except Red Dead 2, obviously? Smut, have you had a PlayStation before? You've had a PS4 and you're just upgrading to a PS5? Or this is your first PlayStation? Because if you've never had a PlayStation or you haven't played it, Ghost of Tsushima would be my #1 recommendation. Ghost of Tsushima is very similar to Red Dead in a lot of ways, but a ton of fun. I love it. You got a PS1. Okay, Ghost of Tsushima would be hands down. If you love Red Dead, I feel like you'd love it. It is very similar in terms of like open world. You have a little bit more flexibility. It's kind of the same way where you have different missions that pop up and you can kind of choose which ones you want to go to a certain point. There's horses, beautiful landscape, great story, great characters. The sword play is phenomenal. The mechanics are so much better than Red Dead. Like, the actual fighting mechanics are so fun to play. So that would be my #1 recommendation. Beyond that, like, obviously I liked the God of Wars. I know that's kind of hit or miss for some people. I really enjoyed Ragnarok more so than the first one. Horizon I didn't super like, but a lot of people recommend that one. Not specific to PlayStation, but if you I feel like this is one where I wouldn't necessarily recommend if I didn't know what type of games you liked, but I'm really liking Baldur's Gate 3. I really am. Hey, Crazy, if I didn't say hi, Hunter, welcome. Oh, Spider-Man, yes, hands down. Spider-Man, Miles Morales, so fun. I actually liked Miles Morales better than the first Spider-Man, and I like Spider-Man 2 better than both of them. I did really enjoy Spider-Man 1, and I think it's good to play that before you play Spider-Man 2. So I played Miles Morales first, and then I went back and played Spider-Man 1, but technically it should be Spider-Man 1, Miles Morales, Spider-Man 2. And super fun gameplay. Not really long. Miles Morales is only like 7 to 10 hours maybe. Super fun, like swinging around. The missions are fun. Like, yeah. I was just discussing Ghost of Tsushima. Yes. Oh my gosh. One of my favorite games after Red Dead. Smut was looking for some recommendations. They're going to be getting a PS5 Slim. Oops. My audio's cutting out a little bit. And so they were looking for some recs on games. I'm looking forward to like Rise of the Ronin in March. I'm looking forward to I'm kind of cautiously optimistic about Code Red, which is going to be an Assassin's Creed game, I believe. Because it's going to be set in Japan. But I haven't really liked any Assassin's Creed game yet, so I'm cautiously optimistic that the setting will draw me in. Because the gameplay is just not my favorite, necessarily. They'd be like, it's American insurance. It doesn't have to make sense. I agree. Doesn't have to make sense. The thing is you can have and pay for insurance and then still pay so much money out of pocket. And it's crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. All right, let's drink some coffee over here. We'll try to get our squirrels. I don't even think I have whole animal carcasses to sell. We'll drink our coffee. Do you have any tips for Ghost? Was going to attempt a playthrough for it for my channel, but it seemed too complex. What do you find complex about it, just so I can kind of like tailor my answer a little bit? Because I actually find it fairly simple compared to other games like that. Now, if you were to say The Witcher 3 was complex, absolutely. Witcher 3 is horrendous. The crafting, the armor that you have to craft, the stuff that you have to get to craft armor. Oh my god, it's horrendous. But I feel like Ghost is fairly simple in that as you play, you get like, you rank up. Oh, the combat. Okay. I can understand where the combat might seem a little complex at first. I find that if you learn the stances slowly, so it's not like you're thrown in and you have them all at once. You will eventually learn 4 stances. And what I found helpful is to, on a sheet of paper that I could glance down at when I was playing, is to mark which stance was good for which enemies. And then it just becomes kind of second nature after a little bit. But you learn one stance at a time. So I feel like getting kind of good with one stance and like the mechanics, there's really just like, I'm kind of stuck here right now. Like parry, dodge, and slash. So it's not like overly complicated. I think it's L1 to try to parry as they're cutting down. It's circle to dodge. So if there's like a blue light coming in, when they're swinging, you can try and parry it, or you can dodge it. If it's red, you have to dodge it. And I feel like it goes slow enough that you kind of get used to it, and then it just becomes second nature. I think, did you play Spider-Man 2 at all? Because I think Spider-Man 2 is way more complicated when it comes to fighting, because there's so many combinations that you can do. Did I drink 3? I don't know if I drank 3. It is sort of Gallivant, but on a much simpler scale. And you don't have to switch stances if you don't want to. I find it super fun because when you switch to stance, it kind of slows the gameplay down just a tad. And I find that really fun and neat to kind of like rotate what stance I'm doing. So like, there's one stance if the guy has a spear. There's a stance that works really well if a guy has a sword. There's a stance that works really well if a guy has a shield. And then there's a stance that works really well for the big guys. This is like whacking up on me. Help me. And so I find it fun to switch, but it doesn't get thrown at you all at once. And it's so much simpler than Spider-Man. Spider-Man's mechanics were much harder because you have like all the different combinations you can do. You've got like your special abilities, you've got like the things you can throw, and it's a lot. It's a lot. And I don't, honestly, Ghosts I found much simpler and really fun, and it just starts to come, and I'm not like a major gamer. Like complicated stuff is not, I don't do well with, but I didn't find it too tricky. I think you'll really enjoy it. It's so fun. So fun. The stealth is fun, like sneaking up and like assassinating people from the roof. It's super fun. Hey Corey, how's it going? Like Jack said, timing is your best friend if you can get really good at parrying. But again, if you're not great at those things, just put it on easy mode and it's a little bit more forgiving. Hey Rowdy, how are you doing? So you have a little bit more time to parry. There's also like, you're gonna find charms around the world, and the charm can help with that kind of stuff. So like it can help you parry, give you more of a window, or it just gives you more health. Yeah, I didn't find it too complicated. How have I only cooked? Oh, that's right, because I did bullets. I didn't realize you had to cook provisions for the one daily. Let me do that real quick. Really? You had an easier time with Spider-Man's combat than Ghost. It's so interesting how we're all different, isn't it? That's crazy, because, I mean, I didn't struggle too much with Spider-Man's combat because I'd played Spider-Man 1 and Miles. But I started playing Spider-Man 1 a long time ago, and I actually quit because I found it too overly complicated and I was getting frustrated. Gypsy started playing Spider-Man 2, and he mentioned being a little frustrated with how overly complicated it was. So I think it's just different for different people. I feel like Ghost builds up a little bit more. But a tip that I would say that works for me in both cases, Spider-Man, Ghost of Tsushima, Witcher, anything like that, is I'll just have like a little spiral notebook and I'll just jot down like triangle and like what triangle does, and like circle what circle does, square what square does. And that way, like whatever I'm working on, I have a little cheat sheet that I don't have to stop and look at it every time, and I could just look down and be like, oh, okay. Like if I was doing it for Red Dead, it would be like square is jump, okay, L2 and square is dive. You know what I mean? Like just so I can, like, as I'm kind of getting used to whatever I'm working on, I just can look down and be like, okay, that's I got it. Like, this is, you know, this is what the thing is. And I'll just practice that over and over again until I kind of have it, if that makes sense. Hey Mason, how's it going? Welcome. I know this isn't for sports, but Nick, I don't know how to say his last name. I don't even know who that is. Just retired. I'm sure people in chat know who that is. Jack says, Ghost is slower paced than Spider-Man, so you shouldn't have a problem if you did well in that game. I do think Spider-Man is more complicated, honestly. I really do think it is. It's a lot more involved. There's a lot more buttons, a lot more combinations. I think the hardest part about Ghost is if you try to use some of the like special attacks, and then that can. But I almost never use those in fights. But like, there's the different like wave the dancing blade or whatever. Then maybe it gets a little complicated, but not too bad. I'll give it another shot with the notebook technique once I finish the South Park games. Thank you. You're welcome. I think you'll love it. It is a very long game though, so you want to be prepared to invest some time in it because it is every bit as long as Red Dead for sure. Well, thank you. This is my Breton. I pulled him out to get one last little clip in the snow on Monday night. Ghost and Spider-Man were perfect for me because I'm big on counters and parries. I think it's the smooth gameplay for me. I love smooth gameplay, smooth like combat. That's what I really enjoy. All right, we're going to go do some bounties. Yeah. All right, let me go to Armadillo. I can get all three of those done. Let's put on a. Yeah, we'll do John Marston's outfit. Take off the hat. All right, where's my fast show? I'm talking so much, my throat. Damn. If you call out your enemies, you can take out 3 to 5 of them in a short minigame by releasing triangle just for the attacks. Yep, you can do that. Jack and I always argued about the samurai fighting head-on and the ninja being a little sneaky. I prefer assassinations and going in quietly and stabbing people through the throat from the back. But yes, you can call them out. The other thing is eventually you'll get like a ghost stance where you can kill up to 4, I think it is, if you have the extra thing, enemies that are basically like freebies. They can't fight back against it. So that's super fun too. All right, we're gonna do a 2-person. And like I said, there's charms and skills and things that you can do that can help out as you start to get them. Hey, Nocturnal Owl, how's it going?
Yep.
I think it was 3 in a photograph and reinforced lasso. So I can get 2 in a photograph. Stabby, stabby. I don't know. There's something very satisfying about throwing a smoke bomb down and like killing 3 people. Dude, smoke bombs are my favorite. You just drop that in the middle. The hardest thing I think about Ghost is the chain assassinations are a little bit finicky. Sometimes you'll hit the first assassination, try to hit it, and it'll actually slash at them instead, and you lose the assassination attempt. And that's my only real complaint with the game, honestly, when it comes to stealth, is that it just, it almost like the slash overrides the command to assassinate. So that's a little annoying. Oh yeah, Archer's fun too. When Ghost Legends, I love to be the Archer too. You get really good with a bow. Are there two people here and I'm just like not seeing them? Are they like on top of each other? Are these two guys having sex right now? Because they're one. I don't see two skulls. The horse running animation does take a little bit to get used to. I do agree with that. The horse running animation is kind of crazy. So I should prepare for this bounty here. Oh, they're both in this one. I'll take it. No, see, that's how bounties get shot.
You don't have to do this now.
Won't let me throw my lasso. There we go. Excuse me, sir. How are you under the horse? You're gonna get trampled. Oh, man. Bitch, come back.
Got men surrounding you on all sides.
I took a tonic. I'm fine. The mechanics in Red Dead are so terrible. Okay, that's rude, frankly. The mechanics in Red Dead are so terrible compared to like Ghosts and Spider-Man. It's actually comical. Are you still alive down there? Are you alive under here? Are you broken? Or are you dead? You're not showing as dead. I'm gonna try to take a picture. It sounded like it counted, but it didn't pop up. Okay. I'm gonna try to move that. Definitely didn't go green. It's true, the horse does not slam into trees or rocks, but it is a bit weird. If you do a little bit of a side view, it's not quite as bad. I don't think. Dude, that guy's not dead.
Just let me go. I ain't got nothing.
I need you to wake up, sir. Also, on a fun note, today I got a new job and my wife and I might be expecting our first baby. Congratulations, that's awesome. Congrats on both. I'm in the wagon now. Get out of the wagon. Congratulations on both. That's pretty cool.
Save me!
Oh, I can't move the wagon. Okay. Okay. Alright, we're gonna have to do something drastic here. Come here, pony.
Oh, shit!
I'm gonna need you to stay right here. No, don't flee! Don't flee! Don't! No, come back! I did. Oh. Well, now flee! I'll have to wait to get my horse back. I don't want to kill these horses, though. Can I throw this on the back end? Well, dead now. Dead now. So were the horses.
No, not now.
Okay, sir. You're coming with me. Also, I don't think those horses should have died there. Alright, let's throw him. It's going well. Might as well just done a one-person bounty.
Oh, my lord!
Teach the kiddo how to play video games ASAP, and when they become pro, make tons of money, they can take care of you. Get him started on Fortnite early. Be the next ninja. Yeah, it's surprising my horse did not. It would not have been funny if I had already gotten the picture, though, if my horse started trampling her. Like, the bounties are going well.
You little witch.
I'm not going to the prison wagon. I'm going to go to Armadillo. Hopefully this is one of the ones. There's one that doesn't reroute you from the prison wagon. So,
me,
excuse me, sir.
please.
You're dead. You shouldn't care. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I am getting a little chilly. It is a little chilly in this room.
Will now.
I had a dream the other night. I won't tell you why I had the dream. I do know why I had it. but I had a dream that I was pregnant. And I was flying back north to tell my mother. It's a weird dream. Weird dream. I am not pregnant, by the way. Nor do I want to be. Where are we going? Does the road really go all the way down this way and not cut up? They will learn early Fortnite first, then all the way to Red Dead. They gotta learn Red Dead. Gotta introduce them to the Wild West.
Crossed alive.
She gonna break free? Don't break free. I don't want to have to chase you down. And no, it was not the bear. That's something I will not talk about. However, it's hilarious. Like, I knew sometimes you're like, where did that come from, the dream? And then sometimes you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I know where it came from. It did not involve the bear. I am currently romancing Astarion, by the way. However, he's a vampire, so my guess is he does not have the ability to impregnate anybody if you go by vampire lore. Let me pick you up only to drop. There we go. Only to drop you again. Ma'am. Come with me. Heavens! Oh, that's true, unless he's a Twilight vampire. That's true.
Perhaps
that is true.
Escort them to their cell.
I feel like his maybe not
That is
historically.
what
Maybe
they're
it's just some Buffy. I don't know. Like vampires, you shouldn't. I mean, okay. Look, first of all, vampires don't exist. Okay, so technically anything's fair game when it comes to vampires. Like in anything's fair game. Like anything could be true, you know, because you're making it up. Technically, the vampire is dead. Like, so therefore, it shouldn't be able to have babies, right? Got any proof they don't exist? I do not have any proof they don't exist. I don't have any proof that they do exist. There's literally no proof for anything. But in our society, in today's day and age, with all the cameras, if they existed, I'm sure somebody would have gotten a video by now. Technically, vampires do exist, but not the most informing thing. Yeah, it's true. People do have. I forget what is the actual medical term. I can't think of it. They actually did it on Criminal Minds, though. The Twilight. The Twilight. Dun dun. Hey, Jo, how's it going? I forget what. Shoot, I forget what the term is. No. What is the term for when somebody drinks blood and they're like, it's on Criminal Minds. I can't think of it. Vampire law for me depends on story universes. I mean, that's true too. It is actually different. As a matter of fact, in Baldur's Gate, Astarion can be out in the sun. And there's a really funny scene that I've seen. I haven't actually come to that point yet, involving that. Here I am. I feel like my Breton feels a little bit sluggish right now and is not handling like obstacles well. Maybe. Oh, they do call it Renfield syndrome. There's also xeroderma pigmentosum. I don't know if that's it, which means you really can't be out in the sunlight. There's another name for it though. For the drinking blood one. I know Renfield syndrome. Renfield syndrome? And clinical vampirism. But there's I feel like there's another name that they use. I could be wrong though. I have to look. I'll try and look it up. I banished the star in the first time when he tried to drink from my character. I was like, why didn't you drink from the goblins, you idiot? Ooh, spicy. No, I've let him drink from me a couple times. I'm currently wooing him. No, I don't want you. I want this guy.
Or I'll make you leave.
You're dead. Oh, hell!
He's so sassy.
Lazy whore.
Yes. If that's not the actual word, I petition that we change it to that, because that's fantastic.
Not for me.
I need to get your picture, sir. Sir, hold still. I wish drinking the witch's brew in story mode would have cured Arthur. Me too. Also, we don't even know what that did. I feel like it probably secretly did something in the background that nobody's figured out yet. Or maybe she's cut content. Probably more likely cut content. You are a bounty hunter horse, sir.
Get back to the kitchen.
I'm gonna need you. My Appaloosa wouldn't have done that. I'm surprised it didn't balk me there.
Just my
You were on
luck
Red Dead 2
happened
earlier
again.
today? Hi, David. How's it going? Ooh, Rose, that does sound like something else. Naughty. Naughty, naughty. Jess, have you finished Baldur's Gate, first of all? I certainly don't want to give any spoilers to anybody who's thinking about playing it. So I'm going to talk about Astarion here for just a minute. Not related to anything that happens in the story, but I've seen some video clips of some lines that he gives regarding your character if you do end up in a romance. And swoon. Like, some of the stuff he says is just like very swoon-worthy. Very swoon-worthy. I've watched a lot of cutscenes, I haven't finished it. Okay. Yeah, some of his stuff is just like, he's like romantical. It doesn't start off that way. Obviously, he's like out for himself. You know, he's kind of arrogant and kind of a narcissist a little bit. But like, yeah, it's got some good lines. I'm romancing my sorcerer playthrough. Okay. The one thing I wish that I had known, Jess, is I went with a paladin.
You know?
And I've had to reload saves like 3 times now because I've broken my oath accidentally, and I don't want to pay 1,000 gold to not be an oath breaker. So I like reload a save and like redo it. But it's a real bummer. Like, I would not have done paladin if I known it was going to be like this annoying. Honestly. I let him suck my blood this time.
Oh, thanks.
Jack, go buy a new controller before we Fortnite it up. Stat. It's 5:39. What are you waiting for? Get out there. Go now.
Oh,
I know back when they
hell, not
accused
again.
anemic people of being
You
vampires
fool.
because they didn't have enough hemoglobin and looked pale, so they also needed transfusions. It was probably I feel like it would have been like something similar to like people they accused of being witches and then like burned them at the stake. I'm sure they accused and persecuted those people
God
for things they
damn
couldn't
it.
even control. If you had to pick
wasn't
between Astarion and
expecting
Edward
company.
romancing you,
Sells out
Astarion.
there.
Edward. Ooh.
Here's the going rate.
Heading to GameStop now? Good. totally different kind of vampire. He is sarcastic and witty and sassy, and I want to post some lines for you, like just for you to hear him, like, when something happens and he's like, yeah, somewhere between a nice sunny day and like the full-blown power of the sun. And it's just like, he's fantastic. He's like a perfect character for like a sassy, steamy, hot romance. Like, perfect. Now, I haven't met the one guy yet who apparently is really sweet. And I do like Gale, I think it's Gale, as well. And I feel like he's going to be the easiest to romance, so I have to be careful because I feel like it'll mess up my other romance options. And let's be real, I don't really care about romancing any of the female characters because I'm not into women, so I don't have to worry about that. I know that the one, you can't romance her if you're in a relationship with... Oh, so apparently somebody accidentally promised themselves to, like, Gale or whatever when they were trying to romance the other one, the female, and then it ruined it for them. And I think that's hilarious. I would like to try Baldur's Gate, but it's not my style of game, so I think it would be a waste of money. But Edward was maybe kind of boring. Edward is boring. He's just, like, all stares and... Yeah. I would say that Baldur's Gate is not... I have played turn-based games in the past, like on old systems, like Sega Genesis, Shining Force 2 is my favorite. I will say it is a very slow-paced game. You're not always doing the turn-based. You are wandering around, so it's not as bad. But it's definitely not a game for everybody, for sure. I would wait for a hard sale or for it to be free, maybe, before you give it a try. Actually, if you have PlayStation Premium, you can play for 2 hours without, like, as a trial. But I don't feel like that's enough time to really know if you like it, because it's such a slow-paced game. Like, you're not even going to be out of the intro, really. And I did find the very opening scene, I almost was like, oh, I've made a mistake buying this. So the opening scene... like your opening gameplay was kind of confusing and I didn't like it. But once you get off the ship, like, it was fun. Jacob, on the other hand, what a guy. I mean, Jacob runs straight toward her and transforms as he's jumping over her to protect her. Come on now. Who wouldn't like that? Edward ran away like a little bitch and left her to get attacked all on her own. I got a strong male protective, like, I don't want to say kink, but, like, yeah. Sir!
Hey, you can't be here.
That seems like a weird thing to stand on.
Shit!
I was trying to throw that lasso, and then it just, like, glitched.
No!
No.
God damn!
I can't break into that safe. Edward's missing some spice. He was not sassy enough.
Hell no.
Look, I gotta have a little,
Help!
you know, especially because I'm such an introvert. Like, too, I need somebody to, like, pull me out a little bit, you know. And I appreciate the back and forth, like, sassy, like, sarcastic, you know. I can't be with somebody who is equally as quiet as me, because then we'll just sit around and never talk about anything. I need someone to pull me out of my shell a little bit.
Help! Help!
Help! Help! Alright, did we get all these?
I'll find you, damn it!
Oh, bounty targets lassoed from horseback. I thought it was just tied with a reinforced lasso.
Part of this, okay?
Alright. I wonder if this guy's gonna bother me. Excuse me, sir.
Hell no.
Sassy BK. I feel like once I know somebody, like, I'm pretty outgoing. But even, like, last night, one more Gypsy was like, are you okay? You're, like, being really quiet. And I'm just like... Sometimes I'm just not that talkative.
Don't
It depends.
What are you? Jesus! Get these damn ropes off.
Is this guy coming back? Yeah, I love werewolves too. NPC called my character Sweetheart earlier. Sweetheart. I never liked that he chose for Bella and left because he felt he was just putting her in danger. Meanwhile, the other vamps were circling town to get revenge on her. Yes. I also hate this idea of it really bothers me when people make decisions for me. Or
You ain't getting away
when
with
people try to tell me how I'm feeling about something. There's nothing I hate more than somebody look, I get it that it's this thing that like, if a woman says it's fine, it's not fine, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm not all women, all right? If I tell you that, if you ask me if everything's okay or whatever, and I say I'm fine or it's fine, okay, it doesn't mean that
And
something
who
didn't
is
happen
this?
to irritate
Mighty keen
me
to
or to
make their
throw me off,
acquaintance.
whatever.
Pop 'em in the cell.
It doesn't mean that
Here's the
nothing,
going rate.
that I'm not maybe a little upset about something. But if I say that I'm fine in the moment, I'm fine, okay? Maybe something happened and I'm processing it. All right, but I'm fine, and you don't get to tell me that I'm not fine. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm not going to be fine, and I'm going to be pissed off at you if you keep pushing it. Because if I'm fine, that means it's fine. I'm fine. Nothing's wrong. Okay, maybe something happened, and maybe I'm not talking as much as I was, but I'm totally fine, and it'll be fine. And if you give me a few minutes, everything will be back to normal. But if you start pushing it and you're like, no, clearly you're not fine. Okay, then then I'm not going to be fine because I'm going to be like, stop telling me how I feel. You know, you've spent enough time with me. You know me long enough. All right. You don't get to tell me how I feel though about a subject. If I say I'm fine, then I'm fine. And I think I've proven it because people that I'm closest to, I will talk to them if something is bothering me and something is not fine, and I will talk to them about it. All right, we need to do another resupply, and I don't remember what I was at when I did the first one. Generally, somebody anything always does it a disservice. It's what I couldn't know. Yes. I always try to... So one thing that I try to tell people, too, is, like, past friendships and romantic relationships are what they are. They have obviously had an impact on you. You can't take away from that. Like, I totally get that. However, if you try to treat... Let's just say me, for example. Let's say I'm in a relationship. If you try to treat me off the lens of how this other person treated you, that's not fair to either of us, because I'm not that person. I'm not that other person. I don't think the same way. I don't react the same way. I'm not going to do the same things. So you need to go based off our interactions and not assume that because I say something or whatever, I mean something different because that's what a past relationship taught you. Because all that's going to do is cause problems in your current relationship. And that's friendship, romantic relationships, or anything. And I really do hate that. I hate when somebody is like, well, this person in my past did this, so clearly when you say this, you mean this. And I'm like, no, I'm a totally different person. Like, please don't treat me like I'm that person that hurt you, because it's not the same. The biggest thing I've always held up in my marriage is open communication and no secrets. If space is needed, then we give each other that for the time being. Exactly. And I'm the type of person, and some people don't appreciate this, so it can be really hard. I'm the type of person that I 100% know that I'm overly sensitive. There are things that shouldn't upset me that will maybe in the moment upset me because maybe I'm having an off day. Maybe it just triggered something that happened in my past. And like, I might generally get upset by something somebody says to me that is not something that I should be getting upset about. And I know that, and I recognize that. And so I need the time and the space to just be like, I'm like hurt in the moment. It has not really that much to do with you. It's my thing. And if you continue to push it, I am going to get upset about it. And like, I just need you to give me a few minutes. Like, I need you to give me some time and I'm fine. And if it's something that that is a genuine, like I'm genuinely upset and it is something that I'm like kind of justified in being upset about, I still need that time to process before we can talk about it. Because if we start trying to talk about it right then, all I'm going to give you is I'm upset and I'm hurt and I can't really communicate exactly why or communicate to you like how I'm feeling. I'm just coming at it as right now I'm hurt and upset. And that's not going to do either of us any good. But I need somebody that's willing to give me, like, that space. And then come back around. And then, absolutely, I don't like to not talk about stuff. Even though I hate confrontation and I hate, like, I don't really fight with people. Like, yell at them. I don't yell at people when I'm fighting with them. And I don't like to fight with people in general. But if there's something we need to talk about, like, we definitely need to... I don't like... being upset about something and not telling the other person and just continuing to be upset about it. And then getting, like, passive aggressive. I don't like that, so. But I do need the space, and I need somebody willing to respect that I need the space. Jua was saying I'm talking about the Breton. What's happening? Jua doesn't like this the sappy conversation. I got lost. You talking about IRL or the game? Talking about the Breton. Talking about real life. Let's talk about real life and the game here. I got my second squirrel, right? I think I got my second squirrel. All right, I need to sell whole animal carcasses. Fish don't count, right, Rose? I think we talked about this before. And fish do not count. I feel like there was one fish that counted once for me. I did get that chipmunk. I guess I should make sure I'm getting 0.25 because I should be. I don't know where that... before I start getting rid of all my small critters. I can definitely tell you that as much as I talk about how important this stuff is, like, I'm definitely not perfect at it. Because like I said, I get, you know... yeah, I'm not perfect at it. Because I don't love, I don't really love any type of confrontation, so I'd rather pretend everything's fine. But I am getting better at it. It is something I'm actively working on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure fish don't count. We talked about it once before, how they should count. I heard other animals there, but they have all vanished. Yeah, there's one or two fish that count, but I can never remember which one it is, and I feel like it's not even at every butcher table. All right, let's see if we can.
What's it to be?
Let's try a fish. All right, we got a bluegill.
Lucky this is popular. How common it is.
Bluegill did not count. I feel like it's like a fish I don't want to give up. It's like a trout or a salmon. I already know that didn't count because it didn't come up. All right, so let's see.
Lucky this is popular. How common it is. Dime a
Bass?
dozen these days.
No. All right, 1,
Done.
2,
Lucky this is popular.
3. I
How
think
common
this
it
is my only 3 whole carcasses. Do a pick real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, fish count for the breakdown challenge, which is why it doesn't make any sense that they don't count as a whole carcass. Yeah, none of the fish counted. Big fish might count. Let's check out a big fish. We can see how much they're going out. By the way, there's fishing bonuses this month. Ooh, 3 times money on sturgeon. We're gonna go to Blackwater, catch the big fish down there. Try to catch 2 and sell and see how much that gives us. Additionally, reel in bluegill, catfish, salmon, and more in the fishing challenge for your event to earn 2 times Red Dead money and XP. Okay, they named 3 specific fish and then they said, and more. Does that mean all fish? Or just those 3? Confused. All right, last couple times I've been down here, the big fish haven't been spawning. Big fish! Big fish! There you are, big fish. Oh yeah, the big fish don't count for the breakdown challenge because you can't. Now you can in story and you actually get meat from it. But in online they're like, no, you can't break down these big fish. But maybe they'll count for the whole carcass. That would make sense actually. If the little fish you can count for the breakdown. But they don't count for whole carcasses. But the big fish you can't break down and it would count for the whole carcass. Science? I see you there. Excuse me, sir. There are 2. Oh, there might be 3 there now. Oh, no, that's not the one I thought was. No, there's definitely a second one there, though. Am I on a private server? Nope. I am on a public server right now. And somebody's killing somebody. Hopefully they don't kill me before I get my fish back down there. Actually, they usually don't pop up there if they're doing, like, posse stuff. Alright, now I gotta keep this, not throw it back, because I always throw it back. Sorry, big fish. Come here, Whiskey. I'm gonna despawn these fish coming all the way over here. Lazy horse. Alright, let's catch the second one. This is what we used to do back in beta days. Catch one, put it on your horse, go catch a second, run it down to the butcher. Ah, I knew it. I knew it! There were 3 out there. Rude. Well, we'll at least test one. Just bought the last black controller they had. My black controller out of my controllers has been the best. I don't know if that's a thing, like, but better than my white, better than my pink, better than my, what's my other one? Purple. Black has held out the longest.
Hello, you look hungry.
$21? Can they shoot you during an animation sequence? I think they can shoot you if you are, maybe not when you're picking up the fish, but right after you pick up the fish. Alright, let's see if that counted. Nope. It did not count. Boo.
Alright, I'm here most days.
Ooh, we got a whole posse here. This is a popular area. Look at that little pie ball. Look at that cute little pie ball. Forgot I could have taken the bad one in for a $20 trading credit. Boo. I got a white, a black, and one with camo. The black controller's my best. Yeah, see it? My black controller's my best, too. I think it's a thing. The black ones are better. Taken out of context. I'm not really sure if that sounds really good or really bad, but please don't take that out of context. Somebody's just to steal that line that I say, and they'll be like, nah. I wish they made controllers with the colored symbols instead of all white. You mean like on, like in the, for like the, like triangle, square, circle, that sort of thing? I kind of want to do, I see this place that does custom controllers, and I kind of want to do it. Something really pretty like teal. Alright, I need 2 more whole animal carcasses. Alright, where are we on these? 5 out of 9. 5, so 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. Okay. Come here, Whiskey. Actually, you know what? Whiskey, you've been great. Of course. Of course. Oh, won't let me flee. Interesting. Wonder if it's because he's tethered. Okay. This is not my horse anymore, by the way, guys. Because I called a new one, and so the symbol's not on here, but I can actually lead him. But I can't mount him. What if I can keep leading him, and then eventually my horse will come to me? See? I can't get on him. I can still lead him, though. Alright, I can flee him now, though. Alright, flee. Flee! Flee! Alright, I need either 2 small pocket critters, or I need to get something bigger. Oh, here we go. Excuse me, I need to turn you in. Done cleaning the kitchen and making food. Nice. You get to sit down and eat it now, hopefully? Or did you already eat? You can eat stew while you lead your horse? I actually didn't realize that. There's my horse. Here, buddy. I wish this will make custom controllers like back in the day when they had superhero skins or some other random cartoon character. Yes. Hey, Gypsy, how's it going? Horsies. Howdy,
What's
sir.
it to be?
Need one more. Ooh. You're not a mare, but you just had mare ears right there. Did you see that? He like pinned his ears back and was like a little cranky. Not that male horses can't get cranky, but you know mares. You know all about mares. Ooh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I try to make that as painless as possible. It's for the daily. Ducky, how are you feeling? Are you feeling better, by the way? I know you said you were starting to feel a little bit better. If you're still here. I know that was a while ago that you popped in and said hi. He's like, I'm long gone. I heard Rockstar is going to update and fix the game soon. That'd be nice. I wouldn't hold my breath or anything. Mares are crankier than male horsies. Mares can be very special. Especially red mares. It's kind of like a running joke.
All right.
Here you go, China says, yeah, their mares have all the sass. They're sassy. All right, let's do some collecting here. Arrowheads, collectibles with metal detector. They got the sass. I know that even when I was around horses, that mares tended to be a little bit more, you know, a little crankier sometimes. It's funny too, because I find that's the same way with, like, I wonder if it's just like an animal thing, because like dogs tend to be the same way too. Female dogs tend to be kind of sassier, crankier than male dogs, which is funny because people always, it seems like people always want a female when they're getting a puppy. Want a female dog. Male dogs are just generally more laid back. I don't know. Card here. They can, but my granddad's mare is very sweet to humans. Oh, I'm sure it's like I'm sure it's like there's lots of nice mares out there. It's probably I want to say it's like a stereotype, but I feel like there's just a lot of sassy mares, so that's where it comes from. We're gonna fall. Can I make it up here? Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. Oh, she just cranking other horses. Yeah. Yeah, I'm the boss, sort of a thing. I feel like that. So Foxy feels like she's a tiny dachshund. Foxy's probably like 8-9 pounds, maybe a little more. I guess depending on how much weight she has on her. And she thinks she's the boss of everybody. Is that a bear and wolves? I just heard a wolf howl. I don't see wolves. I like sass. She was like, I like the sassy females.
Yep.
It's funny because I normally go for female horses, but I think I'm skewed more toward the male horse side right now. It's just how it's worked out with names and stuff. Because I'll like go based off names. I want to say most of mine. Yeah, Shadowfax, Loki, Atticus, Aragon. So Belladonna, Athena, and Eowyn. And Willow. So I've got 4 to 6 right now, which is a little unusual. Hey, Braytech, how's it going? All right, there's another arrowhead near Manzanita. I'm going to go grab that one. Then I can do a resupply. Hey, Jose, how are you today? My gosh, my arms are so chilly. Chilly, chilly, chilly. For example, my dad is a mare and won't ride her. She just grazes. My dad always prefers males to ride. You can train them and all, but I guess it depends. I wonder if it is breed dependent too. I wonder if more breeds, or like certain breeds, the females are sassier than other breeds. That'd be an interesting study to conduct. But I feel like, especially like in dogs generally, like male dogs tend to be just more laid back, sweet, relaxed. They tend to get along with other dogs better. I found, at least, especially working in a kennel, you know, you kind of see those things a little bit. And the female, we had 2 female dogs even from the same family get into a nasty dog fight once. It was crazy. But I just feel like it's this thing where females would have done that if you bitches weren't on the bridge right there. All right, now don't be so dramatic. They're kind of just trying to like rule everything. I wonder if that's where it comes from a little bit. Okay. I feel like you can make it up over that rock. You could do it. You could do it. All right. Give you a cookie. I blame the 3 nasty riders up there. Playing some Cyberpunk, taking a short break so I decided to pop in and say hi. How are you liking Cyberpunk? How far have you gotten into it so far? I'm still very early in the game. And now I'm playing Baldur's Gate, so it's going to be a while before I cycle back around to Cyberpunk. Mostly because I just don't super love Cyberpunk. So it's like, I feel like it's mostly a chore to play it. That's what you guys get. And Baldur's Gate is like very long. It's like, I can tell it's just going to be a game I'm playing for a long time. I'm still doing The Witcher, so I popped on a couple nights ago and did another mission. But it's another one of those games where I'm just not loving it, so it's kind of a chore to get on. But I am further. I have progressed a little bit. I'm like, there's this one mission where there's like 6 different parts, like 6 different people I have to go see. And so I've done like 4 of the 6. But I feel like, you know what Witcher 3 needs? I feel like if they just made this one little change, if I could fast travel from anywhere, I think that it would make a difference. Because it's a big map. It's a little bit confusing. Sometimes I don't know where to go. And I have to be at a signpost to fast travel. And I feel like if I was just stuck out in the wilderness somewhere and I couldn't figure out what to do and I could just fast travel back to town, automatically I feel like that would make a huge difference for me in the game. But you can't do that. So then I end up riding for like ever just to try to get to a place where I can fast travel, and I keep running into enemies that I don't want to fight or I'm not strong enough to fight. And it's just kind of annoying. Like I just want to get back to town. Playoff games this weekend? I think the Super Bowl should be coming up soon, right? Is that like right at the beginning of February? I was hearing somebody talk about the playoff stuff and everything. Are the Ravens like doing really well this year? Because I used to live in Maryland, so it's like but since I don't anymore, I don't hear everybody talking about them. But I heard was it Ninja earlier was like, oh, I don't want their team to have to face the Ravens. So they must be doing really well. I think they must still be in it, I guess. Sats is a 3-star buck. I should get it for camp, but I don't want to. All right, let's see. I know I have to do the resupply. That will probably get me. Oh, it'll get me to 8. Oh, one more arrowhead. Okay. Do we have another arrowhead here? It's an easy arrowhead. All right, let's go. I'm about to eat. I feel like my throat needs the soup ASAP. Going into that house when it's cold messes me up. I was caught in the rain earlier and had to book it out of the grocery store. Boo. Well, I hope you don't get sick at all, and hopefully the soup feels really good on your throat. I agree. I might have to get some tea after this. My throat's feeling a little bit scratchy myself, but I think it's just from talking. I was talking a lot today, and then talking a lot right now. Finish Act 1, I think now, doing everything except story missions. Okay. I know there's a lot of side content there too. Did you get Phantom Liberty? Did you get the DLC as well? I almost thought about picking Phantom Liberty up because it was on sale. It was only on sale for like $5 though. And I was like, logistically, by the time I get to the DLC, if I manage to get to it, like it's probably going to have gone on sale at a better sale. So I'll just wait. But I got like the outfit through the Twitch straps, which I can't actually access until I have Phantom Liberty, and the outfit looks kind of cool. So I sort of want to have the outfit, but. She used to use me as a babysitter for a foal. I swear she used to be like, nice one, the human child is here to watch my child so I can eat in peace. I miss the little foals. Right before I stopped taking lessons at this one place that I was when I was younger, 2 of the horses had foaled there, and they were beautiful. And I was kind of looking forward to seeing them like grow up. And then we stopped going there because the owner was crazy, I think. With Baldur's Gate, I want to try either Paladin or Monk. So I was super excited about Paladin. I would say, just to give you a little word of warning, there's a lot of stuff that is stupid when it comes to breaking your oath. So you just have to be aware of that. And you either have to adjust your gameplay or would just know you're going to play as an oath breaker. And I think oath breaker comes with some penalties. But like there was one mission I fell into that like it forced me into the fight, and it actually, by fighting, it broke my oath. And wait a minute, am I in the right spot? No, I'm not in the right spot. I'm sure other classes have penalties like that too, but it's kind of a pain. It's a little bit of a pain to have to like reload everything I just did whenever it happens, because like I didn't even see it coming with this fight. I was like, so in order to not get that, I had to actually park my main character outside and have my other characters do the fight, and then I didn't break my oath, and so that's kind of stupid to me. But if I had to do it again, I probably would not pick Paladin. Where are you, Christmas? Where's the stupid arrowhead? Oh, that's right, it's by this log. Sad you didn't love Cyberpunk or Witcher. I don't know. Maybe if I get further into them, like I will start to love it. I know what it is with Cyberpunk. With Cyberpunk, it's the fact that it's first person. That's why I can't get into it. I know that because I know me and I know what I like. And with The Witcher, I just think it's everything's too overly complicated and the combat's not fun. The combat's kind of clunky, and then everything's so complicated with the outfits and the crafting and so it just feels like a little bit of a chore. Now if the combat were super fun, like I could handle maybe the overcomplicated crafting system, but having both of them is like a real bummer. What is the purpose of new outfits in Cyberpunk if you can only be a first person? Basically just for photos, like photo mode, I guess. Because yeah, it's real dumb. I hate that you spend so much time creating your character and you can't see them. Love slashing enemies with a katana in Cyberpunk. That does sound like fun, actually. Alright, let me go do this resupply. But yeah, I think the thing about Cyberpunk is, yes, cities aren't my favorite. I don't love driving around in cars. However, the combat is fun. I do find the mechanics pretty good. So like when I'm getting into gunfights and I'm shooting, like
I like
it feels pretty good. Like
and not just
I don't dislike it. So I think it's if I could be in third, sneaking around in first person, I also don't like either, because I can't tell where my body is compared to this stuff. I'm like, is my body completely behind it? Am I sticking out? Like I can't tell because I'm in first person. So I literally can't see anything. And we talked about it before. Like in real life, you can look down and see your entire body and you have self-awareness of like where you are and where your body is. And like in a game in first person, it's like you can just see this, like I've got blinkers on, I can just see kind of like straight out, and I have to turn my head all the way to see right and left. And so it's just, I don't know. I play Cyberpunk on PS4 Pro. How does it play on there, David? I know they did a lot of improvements. I know it didn't run great on PlayStation or PS4 when it first came out. I'm just curious. I know Jack had no problems initially. He was already on PS5 though, but I know a lot of people on PS4 had issues when it first dropped. So many wolves! Come on, buddy, you can do it. I don't have any actual data to back this up, but I do feel like female horses don't react to predators as much as males. The males are big babies. Crazy little storm. Is there a cougar on my butt as well?
Yep.
I know you're there. Show yourself. I changed session due to a network error. That is unusual. I haven't had that happen in a long time. My stream's fine though, so my internet's fine. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. When you keep progressing, you unlock augments and other perks that will make stealth and shooting feel a lot better. That's what I hear. Or is that for Cyberpunk? Or The Witcher? Because I know like The Witcher, obviously you'll get better too as you rank up. But like, dude, The Witcher, man, it's like I crafted this gear. It's ugly. It's ugly. But it's Witcher gear. But it's ugly. And it's just like every time I want to try to craft something, it's like I'm missing stuff that I need to craft, and then I have to go try and find it. And I hate it. The male horses don't want their precious cargo to get jumped off. I bet that's it, isn't it? Now, I wish I could just, like, get one of these horses off the wagon. Look how... You ran off, too. It's fine. I just felt like running. Let's go. Let's go. We're open it. I love my armor on The Witcher. I use the School of the Cat. Yeah, but I don't even know how to find any of this stuff or to find the stuff to craft it. There's this one thing to craft one of the items, and it's like, they're like, oh, this is incredibly random and rare. Just like, look at this stuff. You'll eventually get it. And I swear I've like, whatever it is, I don't even remember now because it's been a while. However many boxes you have to look in or whatever, and it's like, I never get it. I never got it. I was never able to craft this other piece. Bye, Gallivant. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out. And yeah, I hope you enjoy Ghost, but I'm also realize that everybody's a little bit different, so even though I love it, you might not. It's like Juo loves The Witcher, and I'm like, meh. Juo and Jack both like Cyberpunk. I'm like, meh. Meh. We like what we like. Oh, yes. Perfect. Come here, sir. I'll take either one of you. I'm not picky.
Move up on them.
Okay, now, horse. I'm gonna need you to stand real still and not run off when I get off you. Can you do that? Can you do that? A little extra. I'm gonna try to hitch. Bitch. I even hitched you! Okay, well, at least hitching him made him not run off. That's good. Oh, look, it did hitch him, sort of. But not really. Alright. Come on, Shadowfax, let's go. You can buy the documents for the sets of the vendors and it'll give you the location of the set, swords included. You know what it is about it? First you have to get the document, then you have to go find the pieces of armor. Then you have to have the stuff to craft the pieces of armor. Then you gotta find the appropriate person that can craft the armor, because not everybody can craft all armor. You need a master craftsman. A master. And I'm just like, for fuck's sake, I just want a sword. And some armor that looks good. I really hope, so they're like remaking The Witcher, and I really hope they fix some of these systems. Ooh, one thing about Baldur's Gate 2 is you can tell that it's optimized for PC, and I'm low-key just kind of irritated a lot of times with some of the menus and stuff, because it's like Diablo. In Diablo, you can tell it's like optimized for PC. It runs so much better on PC when it comes to like the your inventory and everything. And I just wish they could figure out on console how to do that a little bit better. You have to do the favors and the master craftsman will work with you. I feel like everything is like 80 steps though. It's like every time I feel like I'm getting somewhere, it's like, oh no, now you have to go over here and do this thing. I think this should be 9 for 9 if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Right, because I'm holding the bag, maybe. Two crypts, no waiting. Let's see.
The flies are running
cougar.
down fast.
Okay, yep, I did. And so the only ones left are my two, technically, for free events, like, salvage would work, trade route would work if you get top. So any of the PvE firm events will work for that one as well. Certainly not getting top 3 with King of the Castle. Not a good attempt. It's a big ass game, took me 250 hours to complete. That's insane. 250 is a lot. Like, I wouldn't mind, if I'm really enjoying the game, like, I love a lot of content, but sometimes it's a little too much. I think that's why everything's taking so long. It's like, this one mission I'm doing, and it's like, you have to visit 8 different people. And then at one point, I, like, went with the 1 people, and there was a horse race, and it was like, I don't know. Yeah. Alright, guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. My throat is just getting a little bit sore, and I'm kind of hungry, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I really want to try some Fortnite on Friday, but I've tried the last couple weeks and it just hasn't worked out. So I'll be back this Saturday. I did start my class. I was a little worried the first day and I'm really annoyed with it, actually, but I think it's going to be okay. And I think I'll still have time to stream normal, but there may be some times I have to get some work done. So we'll see how that goes. But if I'm not back on Friday for Fortnite, I will definitely be back Saturday morning with some Red Dead. I'm a slow gamer though. I mean, me too. Sometimes. Depends on the game. Depends on what I'm trying to accomplish. So yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you have a great rest of your week. If I don't see you before, hopefully I'll see you Saturday for a little bit of the Red Dead stream. But yeah, thanks guys again, and have a great rest of your day. Bye everybody.